Should dogs be treated as literal members of the family as far as the court system is concerned? Well, if you travel over to Colombia, the answer is yes, proving once again that the Colombian judicial system might be better than the American judicial system. I'm just kidding, everybody relax. But in this particular context, I do believe that's true. So this all had to do with a divorce and the terrible situation in which one spouse tried to keep the family pooch away from the other spouse or former spouse, thus torturing both dog and man. Let's give you the details. So after Jader Alexis Castaño and his former wife, Lina Maria Ochoa, split in 2021, Castaño's rare visits with their dog, Simona, left him convinced that the pup was emotionally affected every time their encounters came to an end, court records state. But Castaño's ex-wife was not willing to allow preset guaranteed visits. Just wrong, pure evil. Now, desperate to see his hija, perruna, or dog child, he decided to actually take this matter to the courts. And last year, Castaño sued his former wife, demanding scheduled visits with the dog. Castaño alleged that Simona was part of the family's nucleus and that both he and the dog had been adversely affected following the divorce because his former wife did not grant him frequent visits, the lawsuit states. So what started out as a lawsuit demanding a regular schedule of visits with the dog actually ended up turning into a bigger legal question for the Colombian court. And that legal question is, was the dog like any other member of the family, like a toddler whose parents shared custody after separating? So I'm gonna pause right now before telling you the outcome and everything that happened afterward, just to get a comment from our resident dog hater, Cenk Uygur.
Don't do that to me.
He's not a dog hater, he just doesn't really understand the love, loyalty, and devotion that people like me have for our dogs. But before you answer, Cenk, I think it's important for you to understand just the pure joy and love between man and dog. Let's watch.
This is round 2. I layered some more paint. Good job, buddy. I like that this is a multi-day effort. I'm proud of you. Are you a little special boy? Huh? What'd you do today, huh? Did you finish your painting? Should we show the people? No. They got to see it on the show, right?
Oh my God. Okay. This is gonna become your whole TikTok presence now. Oh, I like it. It's sweet like him.
So I don't remember why we did this, but John and I had our dogs paint. I think we did that to see, I think we were gonna auction them as a joke, but we never did.
We should come back to that.
Yeah.
tyt.com/join, send in money. We won't give you the painting, but you can. Okay, one day we could. Are you making your dog eat paint?
No.
I'm gonna go to a Colombian court to get justice for Charlie.
No. Here's what I did. I squirted acrylic paint on a canvas, and then I covered it with many layers of saran wrap, and then I put peanut butter on top of the saran wrap. So as Charlie was licking the saran wrap, he was also spreading the paint underneath the many layers of the saran wrap.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Anyways, no, I love dogs. God bless dogs. Dogs are America. America is dogs. Wait, no, I got carried away. So look, I totally get this. Because number one, because I know Anna Kasparian, and I know that for like how you feel about your kids is like half of what she feels about Charlie. Okay, so I get it, and I'm surrounded by dog enthusiasts. Okay, Ben Mankiewicz, Michael Schur. You know, you have a diseased dog, Michael Schur will adopt it.
It's true.
Okay?
It's true.
So anyways, and I've taken care of those dogs, of course, and so hence, I totally get what Colombia is doing, right? Because not because of the nature of the dog. Is the dog the same as a human being? This is why I get called a dog hater. Sorry, but dogs are not actually human, right? But the feelings and emotions that we have towards dogs are real, and should be valued.
Yes, Cenk. That was excellent.
Okay,
They should be valued. Yes. And guess what? The court system in Colombia feels the same way. So judges ruled in October that the dog should be legally considered his daughter and be treated as such in divorce proceedings. The Bogota Superior Court ruled that Simona, the dog, had indeed been an official member of the multi-species family before the divorce tore it asunder. Okay, it's excellent writing, Alyssa. That meant that Castaño was entitled to scheduled visits with Simona, a living creature with feelings who also suffered after the marriage ended, the court ruled. And so there were rulings like this in the past. For instance, before 2016, to the eyes of the court, animals were considered cosas muebles, a legal term meaning objects that humans could transport wherever they wanted. But a ruling that year decided that animals are not objects, they're living beings with feelings. The court also ruled in 2016 that humans must protect animals from pain and be responsible for their well-being by treating them when sick and avoiding putting them in circumstances that could cause them fear or stress. I love it. It's all good. And by the way, while this is in fact the first time a Colombian court has ruled in this way, it isn't the first time a Latin American country has an opinion like this. For instance, in 2018, a Peruvian court ruled that Petunia, a 3-year-old pig, was a member of one family in the country's Central Highlands region of Junín after the municipal government said the pig was a public health risk and ordered her family to transfer her to a farm.
So look, here's the issue with this. Are dogs loving and living beings? Yeah, of course. Why is that? Like the fact that that's a controversy or something to be debated is absurd. Of course they feel things, and of course they're alive. Now, at the same time, it's tough to draw lines. That's why these legal precedents are so interesting, because okay, dogs have high degree of consciousness, etc., and pigs do too. Pigs are very smart, but we butcher pigs. You can't cause them pain except unless we bring them to a factory and butcher the bejesus out of them and then eat them. You can't cause what, flies and mosquitoes and ants pain? No, of course you can. So where do you draw the line? And that's where it gets really, really hard.
I love that you're thinking about the ability to continue eating pigs. Like that's the concern.
Well, look, bacon is God's food. Everybody knows that, and we don't want to endanger that. So we have to be careful with this animal rights business, okay? I'm just kidding around. But seriously, guys, it is tough to draw lines, but I think dogs are not tough because we have made a decision that dogs are part of our families. And as long as we've made that decision, then our court system is going to take that into account.
Totally. Now that I'm a bird watcher, I can't eat poultry.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're crazy.
But they're so beautiful. Like birds are so amazing and so smart. I mean,
and so delicious.
Chicken's not that great. I can do without. Like, does anyone really get excited about chicken? You get excited about chicken? A little bit. I like chicken. All right. And you've never had my mom's upside down turkey on Thanksgiving. Oh, Thanksgiving! God damn it. Oh.
Look, I hate to throw my own, animals under a bus. Sorry, turkeys.
Disaster.
But
let's get off it. Let's get off it. Let's get off it.
Okay. Can I tell you a super fun story about Michael Schor's diseased dogs?
Yes, absolutely.
So one time, this is a long time ago, now over 20 years ago, I went to go watch the Super Bowl at Michael's house in LA with my girlfriend at the time, Zara, the person who made me Mr. Jamaica. I don't know if you guys know that.
Everyone knows.
Okay, and so, and he has many dogs, some of them like literally missing limbs and stuff, because Michael's an awesome human being, right? But one of the dogs had like an open sore, and he kept coming and rubbing it on our legs. Okay, and afterwards Zara's like, oh no, I won't be going to Michael Schor's house anymore.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
I don't need any diseased dogs rubbing up on me.
So look, I totally get where Zara's coming from. I haven't had that specific experience of a dog with an open wound, like rubbing up against me. However, I do find myself dealing with this internal conflict, right? I love dogs, but I'm also a clean freak. And so like with Charlie, every time I walk him, We shampoo his paws, and of course, you gotta wipe the booty. We do a little dance, like wipe the booty
Every
dance.
time you walk him?
Every time.
Wow.
Yeah, because he's in the house. Like he's in my bed sometimes. Like he's gotta be clean. I can't have dirty paws and a dirty poopy butt. Unacceptable.
It's a lot of work, man.
It is, but it's worth it. Think about how much work a child is. I don't have one of those, okay? I'm not changing diapers, I'm just wiping a booty.
Well, that's fair, I could do that.
But I understand, and I don't judge that other people don't, do that with their dogs. So like sometimes when I visit friends and their dogs jump on me and I know they got a poopy butt, I can't stand it. It bothers me so much.
I don't know, man. My whole life, all I've ever dealt is with dogs' poopy butts. Like, I don't know that anybody's like you. Oh, they're back here. Wallah. I didn't know. Like, that's. Most people don't do that, okay? But I'm gonna read. The last word goes to our producer, Kate Patino. Kate wrote in on my phone. My respect for Michael Schur just skyrocketed.
I knew
it's true. It's true. Michael's a really wonderful person. Thanks for watching the video, guys. We also love it if you hit the join button below because that makes you a member, and members allow us to be independent, honest. We can be as progressive as we want, no corporate media influence, and that's all because of you guys. We love doing the show with our members. Hit the join button, become one of the Young Turks.